what has left for us to have a complete subscription feature is the free plan. At the moment, a user can subscribe to the premium plan. And the whole logic is that if a user selects free or the premium plan, we are going to update the property called has selected a plan. At the moment, if you have the premium or the free plan, you have the same features. But as we move on, we will implement some limitations on the free plan. For the free plan, you will have access to creating of 10 posts. By the moment, let's see how to implement the free plan. So let's look at the logic. Here, when the user click on the sign up today, we are going to implement a logic to update the user field called has selected a plan. So for this one, we are not going to use Stripe. But instead, the simple way is that we are going to create a controller. And that controller is going to update the user field called has selected a plan. So let's get back to the backend and since the logic is about subscription, let's do it inside the Stripe payment. But over here too, we are not going to use any Stripe logic. So let's see the flow. This one is for the payment, verify, and we're gonna have one for the free plan. So here I will say free and then the callback function as that. But before that, let's check for the user. So here we will say that check for the user. And we're gonna use the user model, which is this one. So here on that, we're gonna use find by ID, and the ID can be found on the rec.user. Remember, we are going to put this one behind authentication. So let's assign to what is called user is equal to await that. And in case we don't have the user, we will say that if there is no user, then we are going to throw new error, and then we will say that user not found. Else we are going to update the user field for the has selected a field. So here as we can use the user on that, we have a property called has selected a plan and is equal to true. And that is it. So supposed to be here before the throw. Yeah, supposed to be outside the if statement. Yeah, here. And next step is send the response. So let's send the same response for the verification as this. And down here is going to be res.json and then send the object as that. And let's send the user. So now we are done with the free subscription. So let's go ahead and then mount it on the user router. In this case, this one. Now let me duplicate this and change this one to supposed to be the Stripe instead. Sorry guys. So here as the Stripe and duplicate, change this one to free. And for this one, we will need the is authenticated. And here as free plan. Awesome. And it's going to be get request. So let's get back to the front end and try out. But before that, let's try out in Postman. This is the payment and duplicate, change this one to free plan. And then the endpoint here is going to be free-plan and send. As you can see, payment verified and user updated. Awesome. Let me try again. I think the formatting is messing up. Yeah. Now we have it as payment verified, user updated. A user will see it as payment, but behind the scene, we are updating the user. Or even I can ignore sending back the user to the client. So here, let me remove this and just send this as payment verified, user updated. Awesome. So now it's time for us to do the same thing on the front end. So here, let's go ahead and then have the component for the free plan. And this is how we want to do it. When the user click on the free plan, that is sign up today, we want to render a component that will match this path. So let's go ahead and then render that component, and I have provided the template for you as the free plan. It is inside the plans and then the paying free plan. Yeah, this one. So let me place it inside the component of the plans. Yeah, this one. I think I have it already in the plans folder. Yeah, this one. So let's go ahead and then render that component. Let's get to the app.js. And for this, unless you are logged in, so let's copy and paste and change this one to paying free plan. I want it to be inside the, let me check the, not this one. I want to use the one in the plans component. Yeah, this one, which is this one. Now let's require it as payment plan. No, the import is wrong. Don't worry, let's try to fix it. Supposed to be inside the component plans and then the paying for free plan. Awesome. And the path here is going to be free dash subscription. And let's see, and this is what we have. So now when the user click on the activate free plan, we are going to hit this endpoint for the updating. So let's go ahead and then create the API service for that in the plans. And let's create one. No, supposed to be the Stripe instead. Yeah, this one. And let's duplicate, change this one to, and just say free plan API. And the endpoint here is free dash plan. Let's confirm one more time. Yeah, free plan, because we have the base endpoint here as that. And for this one is going to be get without passing in any payload. So here, remove this and let's get into the paying for free plan. So here, let's require the use query for fetching, and then the query key here, free dash plan, and then the query function as free plan API, and that is it. So const, let's destructure that, and we will say data is error is loading, and then the actual error and a success. Awesome. So let's go ahead and log. With this, save it, and let's see. Well, I think I'm using wrong component. So let me confirm one more time. Oh, sorry, I'm inside the template, this one. So let me copy this one and use it here instead. That is inside the plans of the component, this one. And let me remove this and then bring it back to this as that. Yeah, so now I'm inside the right component for the plans. This one is for the template. So for some reasons, I see this error, the import is wrong. So let's require the API well. And now we have it as that, but it says that not found. Well, I think, yeah, I messed up with the spelling of the plan. Supposed to be this. Now let's see, let's refresh it. And now we got payment verified. Awesome. So we can remove this one, that is this button, and show some loading that the payment is being processing. And after we got it, then we are going to display this one to the user. So here, let me close all these tabs and back to the, let me collapse and then begin from the component plans and then the free plan. All right, so here, let's remove this and we will say that start creating. And then change this one to button and change this one to link, or let me wrap inside a link component and as that. And the path is going to be dashboard / create post. Okay, let's see. Awesome. If I click on that, there we go. So before displaying this, we need to show some loading. So here, before showing this, let me remove this and then let's bring in the alert component, and that is for displaying the messages. So here we will say that let's check for if it is loading, then we're going to display the alert message component. Let me resave it. Alert, yeah, this one, alert message. And then so here, if it is loading, then show that. Here are self closing and provide type is loading, and then the message is processing. Then let me paste this one and let's check for the error also. Let me bring this one here and copy this for is error, and we will say that error and then something went wrong. Okay, but in case we have success, then we're going to display this component. So now cut it and then use if a success, then you're going to display this one. Now let's see, let's get back to the pricing and subscribe, and as you can see, we got the success. All right, so now let's try out to make sure that everything is working. If I go to my dashboard, have you seen that it is gone? Now I'm gonna log out and then log in with a different account. Let me register something like Alice and alice@gmail.com. 1 2 3 4 5. Sign up. Alice, log in, dashboard. Now we have plan selection required. So if I go ahead and then subscribe to free plan, now let's see. As you can see, I think it couldn't work for some reasons. I didn't see that. So let me try again. Why is it that I still see, meaning that the subscription wasn't successful? Well, the issue is that at the back end, we are not saving the user. So in the free controller here, we have to await and then save the user as save. Now with this one, it will update the user. Let's try out. And now let's get back to dashboard, and now it is gone.